Hello, fellow traders and fellow earthlings. It's Mr. Joseph Trades coming at you with my daily performance summary for March 19th, 2025. Thank you for joining me, and let's go through the summary. We'll start with TradeZilla. Today we had a moderately green day. Uh, we show 32 trades on TradeZilla, but in reality, I took 15 trades, 10 wins, 5 losses for a win rate of about 67%. There were some small wins and a few big losses which I had to overcome, as you can see from that dip and then the recovery at the end of the session. So let's see how the week is looking so far. We've got 2 out of 3 green days so far. After yesterday's debacle, I've got my clothes back on again, which I know everybody is happy to see. Yesterday I lost my shirt, and so today I have one back on, thankfully. And let's see if we can keep this momentum going through the rest of the week. I want to now go to my charts and take you through my thought process. So, if you've been joining me this past week, I've been talking about how I thought price might rotate higher once we got out of this range. Well, it seems that that's what we're doing now after the breakout retest. It looks as if price is rotating higher. There's a target here and then a couple of targets right here. It would be really nice to get there, and maybe, just maybe, price can keep busting through and revisiting those old all-time highs, and everybody would love that for their retirement accounts. Then again, as I've mentioned, this could hit this EMA and start coming back down again, and there are many targets to the downside that it could reach. These swing levels are always key. You have swing low, swing low, swing low, and then conversely to the upside we have a swing high. So I always like to look at swings for potential targets as price is seeking liquidity one way or the other. If it's going up, it's seeking buy side liquidity. If it's going down, it's seeking sell side liquidity. It's one of the key concepts that I use in my trading. Let's go to and by the way, this is a 4 hour chart. It's what I use for my big picture when I'm doing my multi-time frame analysis every day as I prepare. So after I do that, I will get ready for the session by doing a variety of other things. And then when it's time to execute, we go to the 5 minute chart. I trade mainly the micro NASDAQ contracts, the MNQ, just because they give me plenty of profit potential and help keep me in the game longer. You know, when you have each point for the NASDAQ contract is worth $20, it doesn't take a lot of points to go against you before you can really chew through some accounts. I prefer the 2 points, you know, the $2 per point size with the micros. That suits me better in the way I trade. Typically, I'll have a position size anywhere between 2 to 5, just depending on the context, the volatility, and the signal I'm getting. Today, if you look here, this is the VIX. Speaking of volatility, I always like to look at that. I learned that lesson recently when I didn't consider the VIX, and I got absolutely slaughtered. The higher the VIX is, I've realized the more I have to scalp. The lower the VIX is, the better the price moves with continuation. And that's the type of action that I prefer. And in general, I do pretty well on those sessions where we have that. Today was sort of an interesting day because price didn't do too much until we had the FOMC announcement in the late afternoon. I think this is the only red folder event that gets released this late, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, people were just waiting all day. Nonetheless, there were a few signals I was able to take and have some good trades on. I'll go over a few with you here. Um, One thing that I know I need to work on by reviewing my trades is somehow getting over my fear of losing. And this is a prime example right here. At 10 o'clock, this bear, excuse me, let me start this again. At 10 o'clock, this bull flag formed, and I entered right here, which is the break above the bear candle. And for some reason, I closed the trade out at a scratch. Had I held on, price went up, and it took out the prior session high from the day before. That was a 50-point trade. I basically left 50 points on the chart because of fear. That's my biggest mistake that I keep making. It's one of the most numerous and one of the most costly. So I've got to figure out a way to get over that. I'm not afraid to enter trades when I see something I like, but the fear of losing has been something I really need to overcome. So as I said, price went higher and then just sort of was in this range until FOMC. And again, here's another example of this bull flag at a key level. I entered and I settled for a measly gain. If I had managed it according to my rules with a 1 bar trailing stop, that would have been a massive winner. I thought price was going to revisit an old swing level right here, and it did. But instead of riding the price from there all the way up, what did I do? I settled for about 15 points. So again, leaving a lot of points on the chart. So this is something I'll continue to work on. It's one of my biggest, execution errors that I make that I've noticed about myself. Just my personality. I'm not afraid of getting in trades. I can definitely pull the trigger. That's not a problem. Um, I've sort of got over my fear of missing out to a large degree, but the fear of losing has been my Achilles heel to this point. If I can get that resolved with time, I'm going to have some very profitable days ahead of me because I'm seeing the charts well. I just have to trust myself and let the trades work out. And if I lose, so what? I know the odds, and I know that what I'm looking at has very high probability of success. So I just need to trade with a size that is not too uncomfortable so I can let these things work out. Let's look at the chart that shows my summary of my prop firm accounts. Let's start with the funded accounts. My funded futures funded account added about $100. You need 5 days of $100 or more to take a payout, and that's okay. I didn't get 100 today. I just look at it like I built up a little more drawdown for when I take a payout. So my goal is to get it above 1200 at least before I take a payout, and then that'll just give me some more wiggle room so I'm less likely to blow it whenever that time comes. I didn't, oh, we're going to go with funded ones again. So here's a funded one from Apex. I had about $163 on that one. Didn't trade this Apex funded account, and then this is an eval that I came close to passing yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to trade it. And everything else was green except this one account. That bull flag I was talking about after FOMC, well, when I saw the price keep going up and up and up, I couldn't take it anymore, and I chased. And so that was a case where the FOMO got me, but it's an eval and it's still up, close to $51,000. So I will work on that and continue to just come at trading with a calm mind and just trust myself and the probabilities. That's all I can really do. So until next time, I hope you all have a great evening and great session tomorrow. And if you will, just like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And I hope to see you next time. Until then, Mr. Joseph Trades signing off.